Well folks, hello and welcome back to the Relaxing Woodshop. I must admit I'm excited about this one. So in my very brief previous video we discussed that we're going to make a Tudor style dollhouse. So what we're going to do is it's going to have a tavern in the bottom, and then 2 floors above and in the attic is going to be just like dwelling space. So I've done a bit of homework in Tudor homes on YouTube and got some amazing facts that I didn't even know about them. So what we're going to do is we're going to build this as it goes. Now this is going to be a big project. It's going to take a lot of intricate parts, you know, because we'll have to make wood look that's new, look old, etc, etc. And obviously the big beams start and then we work our way floor by floor. And I want to do it floor by floor. I've noticed some people when they're doing their doll's house in general, they do the whole thing and then forget to get inside and get things done. So we're going to do it level by level, and each level gets completed as we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set out our design. So thanks again for watching and let's get going. Okay folks, so here we are. Now, first of all, this is the main board frame, okay? So I had to go and buy this because I wanted something sturdy. So I did it in one piece. So what we need to do first is we need to lay out the design of the Tudor house. Now, I'm going to put a wee design that I was working with a bit of AI, giving it as much detail as what I was needing it for to render as close as possible. So there'll be a few amendments, but I'll show you that in a wee second. But what we'll do is we'll lay it out, we'll do all the design in this. Remember, as this is a Tudor, I need to give myself about 3/4 to a full inch on each floor because they raise up. Because back in the Tudor days, land was very expensive in London. Obviously it is now. So what they did was you bought your land bit, and as it went up a floor, then they went out, and then they went up a floor, and then they went out, and that's why you seen that weirdness, so they didn't have to pay for ground floor. So there you are. So let's get the design in this, and then we'll push on. Okay folks, now we have that done, we are moving on to the actual timber framework. Now, we've bought these, so these are, I think they're 1.5 by 1.5 centimeters, so they are, and they are just nice pieces of square pine, which is easy to work with, so that'll help. Problem, they are lovely and new, and we can't have lovely and new. We need to have pieces of wood that look very old, that look like they've got woodworm, wood rot in them, and they've been abused over the years, decades, maybe into the century. We haven't got to the Great Fire yet of London, so this building's still going to be standing. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this in half to make it manageable to work with. Then we're going to age them. Excuse me, the dog's having a wee cough. And then we'll get on to staining them a nice dark colour that gives it that feel of Old England. So folks, as you can see, they are lovely. So they are lovely pieces of wood, and they're actually relatively straight. Got these in the range. Can be hard to get stuff at value for money, but I found the range we're doing them very, very good value for money. What we need to do now is make them, age them, etc, etc. So first of all straight lines, we need to get rid of them. So we're going to beat the life out of this with a hammer. So, and this looks brutal, but don't worry. So let's go. Folks, as you can see, there's the difference between obviously the nice piece of wood and then this piece of wood here. Now, you're not really noticing too much that the grooves are there, but trust me, what we're going to do is we're going to finish doing the both of them here. I'll not bore you with that, I'll just run through it very quickly. And then what we're going to do is get a very special wax that is world recognized, quite expensive, but I've had it for a while and it's time to start using it. So let's get this finished and then we'll get on to the wax. Okay folks, so once dried, this is what it looks like. So it's got that old texture, that old feel. You can see the wood rot that's appearing, just getting into the wee grooves, and then the dents and the gashes and all through it. So it's a much better way to show that type of style of wood that we're aiming for. Not everything suits that, but obviously with this project we need it to be as original as possible, and that's why I really want to have a go at actually doing a thatched roof in it, so that'll be fun. So what we need to do now is get the foundations of the wood onto our board. Okay folks, so there we have it for the first of our Tudor doll houses. Now I know you probably said a lot didn't get done, but we've been doing a lot of the timber just trusses and that there. So, and then obviously we've done our measurements and we've got these all stained, and then we've drilled them and then put those nails in. So the reason, in case you're wondering why we didn't do this, I think I'm going to do like a wee old style brick, and bit like as if it was added on a slightly later stage. To hold, I said the kegs, but they're probably barrels back then, they wouldn't even have kegs. So that what we'll do now is on the next episode, which will be next week, we'll be starting to put the floor in on the two bits, and if we can get time, then we'll start building on to the first floor beams. So until then, look forward to seeing you next time, the Relaxing Woodshop.